Hello, this is the Underground, the German Viking. As you saw, the clip I used, Orange Man bad, Orange Man very bad. So you have to check your privilege, and this is why nobody watches the Oscars anymore. So I took this from an article from Breitbart, and watch Spike Lee at Oscars. Americans must mobilize against Trump in 2020. A black KKK Klansman director Spike Lee lectured Americans during the 2019 Academy Awards on Sunday evening, suggesting voters must reject President Trump in next year's presidential election. While accepting his award for Best Adapted Screenplay for Black KKK Klansman, Lee said Americans must all mobilize for the 2020 presidential elections, all be on the right side of history, of course. We have to be on the right side of history. The 2020 presidential election is around the corner. Let's all mobilize. Let's all be on the right side of history. Make the moral choice between love versus hate. Let's do the right thing. You all know I had to get that in there. Yeah, he said that right at the end. Lee accepted his first Oscar after trashing the Academy Awards, claiming black Americans only win Oscars once a decade, and that black Americans, if not part of the filmmaking process, don't get a voice. Gatekeepers decide what films they're making, what films they're not making, and if we're not in the room, we don't get a voice, Lee said. If we're not in the room, it can be a drought, a feast to famine. Oh boy, yeah, and so what? We should just let people win according to the color of the skin. Why? This is why people don't like the Oscars. People don't like the Oscars because you nominate Black Panther for nothing else than it is popular, and it fits with your virtue signal. You nominate that for Best Picture instead of Infinity War, which is a vastly superior movie. And you actually nominate Black Panther, which is at best an average movie. Narratively, it has cognitive dissonance and is inconsistent. And the only reason why it got nominated was because it had so few white people in it. That's the only reason. Look at what the movies who were nominated. Bohemian Rhapsody, I watched it. Really good movie. Green Book, which is about the 50s or the 60s, with Viggo Mortensen, about racism and accepting. I mean, it's probably the best movie in there, with Bohemian Rhapsody. You have Black KKK Klansman, Black Panther, and those movies right there. And you have had Rome as well. But those movies are basically a lot of virtue signaling and diversity, affirmative action nominations. So with Black Panther as well. So people don't watch the Oscars because of things like this. You constantly berate people for. I mean, you basically bash half of the country who support, or half of the country, basically. People who voted for Trump or don't have these extreme Marxists, socialists, communists, whatever you want to call it, NPC views, and you come from your ivory towers where you're in gated communities. You have walls, you have security, you have money, you are affluent, and you tell the everyday person that we shouldn't build walls. We know better than you. Watch our movies though, and vote the same way we do. They're basically an echo chamber at this point, and basically that's why no one. I mean, Kendrick Lamar and SZA didn't want to perform at the Oscars. I think people just want to stay away at the Oscars because it's just too political now. It's also because anyone right of Stalin is bad according to these people. So they're such hypocrites that they're just better than anyone else. They're just like Anna Kasparian has had. So those are basically my thoughts on just this. I did not watch the Oscars. I refuse to watch that garbage. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next time. Bye.